I'm stood next to Britain's oldest surviving car with Tony. Tony, tell us a bit about this car.
This happens to be an 1896 Daimler Phaeton, built in 1896 in Coventry, and is known as the oldest surviving British-built Daimler. It's a maximum speed of 12 miles an hour, and when it was new, cost a priceless sum of £395.
Wow.
It's only had 4 owners from new as well in 110 years.
110 years,
Yes.
so it was built in
1896.
96.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about the features on this car.
Some of the fascinating features are the hood itself, which is made out of elephant hide.
Elephant hide.
And then you've got the horn. And
Thanks for that.
also the little bell down here. And that's really to ward off the horses. Because the horn was for the people and the bell was for the horses. The horses weren't scared at the time. And the handbrake is rather fascinating. It's actually on this string here. And if you look underneath, there's a rod that goes down at the back, and that actually would then stop the car rolling backwards. Because you've got to remember at that time, then there wasn't any roads with tarmacs or anything like that. It's all mud, cobblestones and mud.
Oh, right.
So the handbrake was very basic. And the car actually operates on a hot tube ignition system, which, if I can show you from the engine compartment. So it has a burner box here. And you see like the 2 Bunsen burners inside. The passenger would actually pump up the fuel pressure. You'd set fire to these 2 burners and close the burner box. And then they would heat up, and after about 10 minutes it'd be warm enough to actually start the combustion chamber and fire up the car.
You have to warm it up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and that's where really the term fire up the car comes from. Because that's what it's all about. Originally the car had a tiller steering, and the tiller steering was a handle that came out of a rod, and you'd turn the car as such. But in 1898 the steering wheel was developed, so it was went back to the factory, got repaired and had the steering wheel fitted.
Brilliant. It's so pretty. Are these all the original features?
Total original, all these features. A lot of machining went into them, as you can see. You can really feature the car. If you actually took the engine away, you could put a horse in front of it. So originally the car was the Great Horseless Carriage Car Company. It's obviously the car without the horse on that side.
And what would go in here? These oil lamps?
These were actually candles in here in the front
Candles?
and rear. Yeah. These are the candles and pushing up and again lighting up. Yeah, so this was the umbrella holder that came with the car for the ladies.
Right. It was wicker.
And then to go away with the modern keys, we had the old starting handle.
Brilliant.
So when you actually fired it up, you would still have to start the engine. So you'd do the firing up first, and then once the engine was warm, you'd fire it up and get the combustion going.
Amazing.
That would suck in the petrol fumes.
Can I get in?
Of course.
Amazing. What's this?
That would have been the original advert back in 1896, and you see the Great Horseless Carriage Company.